special good morning to one and all. Welcome. It's To The Point here on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9. Those of you who have GBN TV, good morning to you also. Thanks for being with us this morning here on To The Point. I'm your host, GT. Apology for the bit of a late start this morning. You know, there's always that little glitch that just appears at times that, change the whole situation the way you would like it to be. So apology for that. Folks, we're going to have an open line this morning here on the program. Of course, we have no one representing the opposition on the program this morning. So, of course, our apology for unable to bring a program with someone representing the opposition. So, it leads to us having an open line edition this morning. Hey, folks, you have the option of calling in 435-2041. That's the number, 435-2041. Let's hear from you this morning. Of course, let's get a conversation rolling off. And, of course, you have the opportunity to do so here live this morning. You have double the opportunities of calling in via the WhatsApp, which carries the same number, 435-2041, and the direct line. You can send your messages also via the WhatsApp, and of course, relevant ones will certainly be read out, so do that. The lines are open. Let's hear from you this morning. Also, we of course about to celebrate Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence, and certainly hope that it will be an awesome one this year. Lots of folks already on island, Grenadians from all lives out there in the diaspora. I've been seen a few of them, of course, around on island already, and all geared up for 51st anniversary of independence. So the folks, once again, the lines are open. Let's hear from you. Give it that call, 435-2041. Let's get the ball rolling this morning, wherever you be. Is there an issue that you want to speak about? If there, of course, a matter that's you want to bring to the fore this morning that you think, of course, is of relevance that we could probably start a conversation on this morning, feel free to do so. 435-2041, and all is set and ready to go. Good morning to all drivers on the nation's roads. I always beg of you to drive along with that due care and attention. Of course, you don't want to be driving along this morning, and because of course, a lapse of judgment, there's an accident that may have occurred. So I beg of you to drive along with that due care and attention. Let's go to the phone line and say good morning to our first caller. Caller, good morning, and you're live.
Yeah, good morning, GT.
Good morning to you.
I'm calling on the behalf of the farmers from Mondo. GT had called already. And I'd just like you to send one of the media to see the road that I'm talking about for the farmers. Welcome to St. John's. Welcome to St. George's, the road going up.
Was it sometime last year we had a conversation, you called in in relation to that road, and nothing has been done yet?
Yes, sir. Try to see it. You breaking your foot in them hole and them the whole sliding going down. We can walk go up, we can drive go up. It's real bad. Just send the media to get what I'm talking about. It's bad.
All right.
Yes, we are pleading, please.
All
that
right.
is something could be done for us.
And there was not an opportunity where with yourself and other farmers in the area try to do a little,
we tried, but it get worse again.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to do it because it's all in your own benefits also, right?
It can be done again. It's something that the government has to look into and see if they could help us out, because we can't go in the garden of the abandoned.
All right.
I'm pleading, please, just let the
Well, I will try to talk to one of the teams here. Of course, the teams probably could come out and take a peek at the area and see what it's like. Maybe that's one of the ways that they can get the attention of those in authority to come and take a peek at it for you.
Yes, let them have it on the news so they could see what we're talking about.
All right.
Right, thank you.
Thank you also. Have a good morning.
If you don't do it,
Have a good morning.
You too. Have a blessed one.
Call over the WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome.
Hello, GT. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing? All the best for 2024. How are you doing this morning? 2025. I say 24. 2025. I'm going back in time.
Oh God, let me feel 1 year younger now, man. Anyway, happy independence.
Yes.
Happy independence.
I wish you the same also, sir.
Yeah. I really wish when around this time, in Christmas, you call everybody season's greetings, Merry Christmas. But you don't tell you Happy Independence.
That is so true. That is so true, huh?
Yeah. We make 51 on to the next 50.
Yes.
Come on, man. Anyhow, and while you're on independence, I'd like to congratulate the independence monarch.
Yes. German Simon Superstar. Yeah.
All workmate, right?
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to congratulate them. But I'm very, disappointed that at least 3 Calypsonians mentioned our national flag in the composition as red, green, and yellow.
Yes.
Independence competition.
And that's not the order of the colors, right?
Not just the order, but yellow is not a color in our flag.
So true. So true.
Yeah. And the people who vetted the Calypsos or the preliminary judges, since semi-final, they should whisper in the people, hey, the color of our flag is not yellow.
So that may have been overlooked. Oh, boy.
Not overlooked, man. I don't know. If you're conscious, ever conscious of God, if you're conscious of flag as you hate, you're going to know that is wrong. That's a no-no. Right. Incidentally, I think the ministry, my good friend Nazim sent it to me. He tagged me. They put out something on the discipline and how you should treat the flag. There is a WhatsApp, something. Yeah, a WhatsApp is going around. I really do hope it get viral and people pay attention to that.
Okay.
Right. I would like to crave your indulgence to advertise something for my village. That's Monkfan up in St. Andrew. There is the annual Monkfan Road Relay. Takes place on Independence Day, the Independence Run.
Okay.
It starts at the Monkfan Junction on the Eastern Main Road, right? And it goes through places like Monksini, Marquis, the Blando, Tilleries, not necessarily in order, and then it ends at the preschool in Monkfan.
All right.
Afterwards, there would be,
I'm listening.
Afterwards, there would be the march around the village. The children come out, they're waving their flags, and they pay, we are Grenadians, who are you? That seems to be the road march for the day. They march right around the village. And then visitors, everybody around, you're treated to free food once they have enough pots and some free drinks. It's a nice day. And it would finish in time for people to get on down to the rally down at the National Stadium.
Okay.
So we're inviting one and all the villages around. No registration. Just come on the starting line and you're good to go.
Right.
It's one of the biggest events for the village. So thank you very much. If I have time on Thursday and have the time, I'll just call in again and give a reminder.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Certainly, best wishes goes out to you.
Thank you very much, brother.
All right. Then happy Independence once again.
Yeah, happy 51.
All right. Bye. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Telesford. Greetings. How are you?
Doing good, sir. What about you this morning?
Pretty all right, by the grace of God.
All right.
And good friends, of course. Two interesting callers, or interesting things came out from the previous callers. One has to do with the state of the roads and the access roads to the farms and all them kind of things.
Yeah, she's speaking about the Mondo area there.
And this lady this woman complained about it, I think probably 2 or 3 times.
Yes,
third time, if I'm not mistaken.
sometime last year, she did
Mr.
call in a couple
what
times.
does that tell you? Nothing is functioning in this here country. You ever heard about Moby now and Toby now? No, you wouldn't hear that. More and many of everything, but not one works. 2 and 3 of everything, but not one works. We failing miserably, Mr. Telesford, in this here country, because the people who we have elected to serve the country are more serving their interests. We thought that we were making a change when we changed the corrupt previous administration, but for Christ's sakes, it appears that we've jumped out of the pot straight into the fire. And they don't want to face the matters that confront the people of this country every day. It's a set of listen, these chaps are incompetent, inept. Apart from that, they're decoued. Decoup has nothing to do with Dickon, It has to do with deceit, hypocrisy, injustice, corruption, and untrustworthiness. This is what the leadership of this country has demonstrated to us over the 50 years of the quote-unquote independence, even except the mistakes made by the revolution in the 4.5 years between. And it's just about time the people of this country begin to question more. The monies are being spent. Look at the budget last year. The previous year, 2002. Is it 2002, 2003? 1.3 or almost $1.4 billion. Last year, up to now, we in 2030, we can 1.6 plus the 200 something. Huh? Up to now, the budget can't read. What are these people doing, for Christ's sake? Brothers and sisters, open your eyes. I want to urge my Grenadian people the following. Mobilize in your communities. Start organizing your community and select the people that you feel in your communities, village constituencies that can greatly, at will, in your initiative, organizedly serve your purpose so that you can elect them as independents for the next election, candidates for the next election. Because this party thing ain't working for us. We've been deceiving us all through the years, a line and mamagain. And the time that we organize to change this thing, we have to. Look at this deceit. Millions of dollars being spent with celebrating independence. Where is it? And none of them want to answer the principal question to show us the documentation that gives faith, validity, legal authority, and political legitimacy to the quote-unquote independence and constitution they have. We can't continue this way, brothers and sisters. We defeating our own purpose. Just to round up here, that issue related to the flag. Up to now, after 51 years, Grenadians do not even, or some I retract their statements. Some of us don't even know the color of the flag, the purpose and use of the flag. Listen, the emblems of the state are sacrosanct and sacred. But we play jab-jab with our flags. What kind of thing is that, brothers and sisters? We need civics in this country. We need development. We want teaching. And the radio station have a lot to do with it because there are people outside here who can teach Grenadian people things, but they refuse to give them a chance. But for what it's worth, Mr. Telesford, do have a nice day. Well, yes, sir.
Same goes out to you, sir. Appreciate your contribution as always. 445-2041. The lines are opened. Let's hear from you this morning. Your views, your concerns. Let's hear from you this morning in this edition of To The Point. We do have another caller. Caller, you are live. Good morning.
Thank you very much, and pleasant good morning to you and to one and all. Thank you very much. Uncle to that last caller there. Well, the callers so far, all of them, the roads and whatnot, because I have some cocoa in my lands to pick, and I have to walk it, and then, I'm on footage, so on my bottom I'm doing this thing, I'm going about over 400 yards on my bottom and my hand with a cocoa knife dragging, with a bag on my back and whatnot. When I reach inside there, I have to juke down the cocoa and I have to check around on my bottom and pick them up and gather them and then cut it, and then the final interesting part is when the bucket full, I have to tighten it, close it down tight, and roll it down the hill and hope that when you reach down in the bottom, bust open and give me an extra set of work. Anyhow, Mr. Rolo just spoke it out thoroughly, and I appreciate that. And that's very good on this time because, frankly speaking, 1979, and within probably 6-7 months of the revolution, and I confronted Morris Bishop on the subject matter of the promises that he made, free and fair elections within 6 months. The constitution that was handed down and was not yet ratified and sat in parliament and discussed and made into law. And he had also promised mild socialism. And, I hold this up in his heart, but I forgive him. Frankly speaking, I forgive him. So I only hope that people, the Grenadian people, and on the other hand, I want to make a little point here. I don't think that Pele, when he spoke a while ago, had it correct. I have a constitution in my hand here, and the colors of the flag is on the constitution, the book of the constitution, the cover. And from the top is green, yellow, and red. And I could remember clearly speaking with Eric Machugeri on these colors of the flag. And it was more or less based on the nutmeg tree, the nutmeg that was doing so well in Grenada, very, very well in Grenada, not native to the island, but came here and brought here, and it was doing very well, the nutmeg. And the red is the mace, and the yellow is the pod, and the green is the leaf, and that would signify the nutmeg tree, and that's the flag of the island, red, yellow, and green. But from the top of the book, it starts green, yellow, and red. So I hope we could do some more researches on that and to see exactly, because there's no goal. And he himself, Pele, had already mentioned about heights, green, and gold. That's the Jamaican thing, Rastaman, Rastafan. I mean, I can show show you my long locks on my head right now. Ice green and gold. But our flag doesn't have any gold. Our flag is yellow. And let that get into your heads. Miss Spain Banfield may be able to tell you all something much better about that. The man George, he's from Carriacou. I lived in Marquis, and he's in Subies. And I can remember all this kind of time, man. I mean, come on now, man. Come on. There's no gold. Thank you very much. Have a good
Thank
day.
you, caller. Thank you, caller. Appreciate your contribution also. 435-2041. We're looking at 25 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour this morning here on the program, folks. We still can take your calls. Of course, I guess someone will still want to contribute that. Of course, we had Mr. McIntyre yesterday, of course, referring it the same way. You know, that and the yellow should be referred to as the gold. Folks will have varying thoughts about that. No, we had this previous caller saying, of course, it's yellow and it shouldn't be referred to as gold. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number. And you have the opportunity of calling in, sharing your views, sharing your concerns on the program this morning. It's to the point. It's Tuesday. Yes, and it's already moving through the month of, February. The 4th day already in the month of February. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, you are live. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
Great. It's just that I always have a noise on my phone, so I always have to ask.
Maybe have to speak to your provider and have that rectified.
Yeah. As far as I know, to the best of my knowledge and my ability, is the red, the green, and the gold. That is what I was taught in school, and is what I personally know. So when I didn't hear what Payday said, because I just joined the program and I heard the last caller. Right? He was saying this and that and the other. I respect his position, and he knows, but to the best of my ability and my knowledge, from ever since, is the red, the green, and the gold. It's just that I think what really happened is that to replicate gold on a flag, sometimes you don't get the right color, the right, everything is different. Sometimes when you put it out, it look like yellow, or it look like some other thing, but it's supposed to be red, green, and gold. That is the colors of the flag.
Okay.
So Pele is correct.
Thank you, caller. Have a good morning. All right. 435-2041. I certainly hope we wouldn't get that into too much of a debate this morning. Everyone will have their varying opinions on it in terms of the right way that it should be and so forth. So I hope that does not dominate the conversation too much this morning here on the program, folks. 435-2041. It's the number for you to be part of the program this morning. It's an opened line edition of To The Point here on Classic Radio GBN TV. Good morning to those of you via social media platforms. Just had the opportunity to chime in via the social media platform. Let me say good morning to all of you via our Facebook page. Those of you via the YouTube channels, good morning to you also. Caller, you are live, and good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, and how are you this morning?
Okay. We are not prolonging the thing about the flag, but I am in my 60s.
Yes.
I know that the color is yellow, and this is how our history changes. So they should probably get somebody like Ms. Bain Banfield, as somebody suggested, so that we could clear our history and the records would be accurate. Thank you.
I certainly appreciate your contribution, and that certainly is a good gesture there in terms of getting individuals who actually know the know-how to get, of course, a proper confirmation on that. We do have another caller via the WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller live. Good morning.
Hello.
How you doing this morning, sir?
Not too bad. How are you? You all right?
I'm doing great.
Right. Listen, you could cut me off if you want, right? But I phoned the program twice up during the aisle down thing, right?
All right.
And I state, look, don't do the aisle down. The aisle down would be better off near carnival time, because you will make more money and you'll have more people coming to it, because the island is full of tourism, including myself. Mm-hmm. Right? Wrong carnival time. Just before carnival. Now the turnout, the turnout wasn't that great, because Grenadians are used to island. All Grenadians could cook island. Right? When you get tourism on the island, all they come down for, I tell you now, is isle down.
So, sometimes it pays to listen. You tell the organizer to put it on in July, early July. You will see a massive difference.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All right.
Caller, you live. Good morning. Caller, you live. Good morning to you. Hello, good morning. I guess the caller has left the building there for a wee bit. Folks, we drew for a break. Let's take it when we come back. After the break, we continue with more of your calls here on the program this morning. Folks, an open line edition up to the point. 30 minutes going after the 9 o'clock hour. Let's take that short break. And when we come back, more of your calls with your contributions this morning. Stay with us.
Get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence with style and pride. It's Grenada at 51 with Minister Andy Williams and the St. George's Baptist Church. The Pure Grenada Independence Concert. Grenada, you're nice. Saturday, February 8th at the Monrouge Playing Field from 6 p.m. Featuring an incredible lineup of talent. Enjoy performances from the legendary Adjamo, Randy Isaac, Sour Serpent, Rootsman Kelly, Valley Ned, and Young Sang. Plus the amazing Sabrina Francis, Laura Lisa, Lion Pride Dancers, and playwright Francis Urias Peters, all backed by the KOS Band. And the best part, this concert is absolutely free. So gather your friends and family and come celebrate Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence with pride. Let's make this a night to remember.
On Sunday, February 9th, the St. Paul's Community Center will come alive with the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza. It's an explosion of food, craft, exhibition, and art display with performances by Solid the Band, Tamara Songbird St. Bernard, Dash, Lion Pride Percussions, Japs, Jab King, Lisa McDonald, Sakina and the Alpha One Band, Conception Dance Theater, Core Band Comancheros, and more. All the action starts from 12 noon. It's the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza, a production of the St. Paul Sports, Cultural and Development Organization and powered by Judah Sound System.
Come and see for yourself. Come behold what we sell. What a country and tell.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. To the Point, Classic Radio, GBN TV. We have an open line edition of To the Point this morning. Let's go back to the phone line, see what the caller has to offer. Caller, good morning, and you're live.
Pleasant good morning, Mr. Telesford.
Good morning to you. Good morning.
And Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Telesford, I am calling from Concord. I have two neighbors which are having a lot of problem with. One last year, 11 o'clock, he was out by my side. I reported to the police. Up to now, having a lot of problems and a lot of things that is going on in Grenada right now. Some people have problems. Some faith weak and some strong, but people killing people are getting a lot of attack. I work very hard. I struggle, and right now I have no rest with two neighbors. I called the police yesterday. I need peace. A lot of people going doing wicked things and killing people. I need peace. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, caller. I certainly hope you have a remedy to that situation that you're speaking of. That's much I could say in response to that, but I just hope that the authorities will look into it and get some resolution to that. Something could resolve. 435-2041 lines are open. 435-2041. Let's hear from you, folks. It's an open line this morning here on the program. Let's go back to the phone line and say good morning to the caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good Good morning, Mr. Telesford, and how are you?
Doing good, sir. How are you this morning?
Good enough. Protocol established. Now, I find in Grenada, because I'm living in Grenada, could only talk to some extent with some sort of certainty about Grenada. What I find with us, maybe the majority, so because I don't want to be exempted, I would say with us, we seem to be trying to educate people, and where some of us don't have the skill to educate people. What I find so strange, everybody saying this is right, this is right. The colors of the flag are not this or not that. Somebody supposed to establish, or a leader supposed to establish, and according to what we see and the colors we know, we should know if it's green and this or green and yellow, whatever it is. In other words, every one of us want to interpret things, even the meaning of words, differently. We use it in a particular context, it would have a particular meaning. We cannot analyze and say blue is green or green is blue. Facts are facts and fictions are fiction. It's time that we have somebody or people, not Miss Banfield or not Miss this or that. Miss Banfield or Miss so don't know more than anybody else. Colors are colors. Black is black, blue is blue. Somebody must get on the air or establish the colors of the flag, whether it be the government or whoever it is. That's what we have to do. Everybody have an opinion, but your opinion could either be facts or fiction. Is how you interpret it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Appreciate your contribution. Let's go to the WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, good morning, you're live.
Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Sorry. Please crave my indulgence here a little bit.
I think you have stirred up a little bit of debate this morning.
Hello?
No, I was saying I think your contribution earlier may have stirred up a little bit of a debate.
Yes, but just let me explain it, because the guy who spoke about the flag and the nutmeg tree, the flag has nothing to do with any nutmeg tree. Strangely enough, a couple of years ago, I referred someone in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and there is on Wikipedia claims that the flag is yellow. That is wrong. The people who can confirm that, at least I know 3 who are on the committee: Miss Payne Banfield, Miss Pamela Steele, and also there was a gentleman, I can't remember his name, he lives in Independence Avenue. He used to work in the Inland Revenue Department. They were involved with the Independence Committee in 73 going into 74. There are 2 original Grenada flags as far as we know. One would be used on Friday, and when they finish using it, it goes back in storage in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The second flag that I know about, original, was presented to the Queen. Every independent state in the Commonwealth presented a flag to the Queen. The flags were kept in the Tower of London, and later, years ago, they changed the location, or where they was keeping it, to a conservatory in Surrey, England. That's the only place where you find the flags. Colors have what you call colors made up of CMYK colors. Unfortunately, I've been trying to find out what the CMYK colors of the Grenada national flag is from the ministry, and maybe the people I'm talking to, they don't know. I didn't get it. If you call Carib and ask them what is the CMYK of the flag, they would be able to tell you. Republic Bank would be able to tell you, because those things have to be consistent. We must produce our flags in China, and they send us this yellow thing. Even the nutmeg on the little flags that we are flying tomorrow and all over the place, the nutmeg is wrong. You ever see a nutmeg with a pointed top? You ever see a nutmeg with the pod with no mace on it? That is wrong, but we accept it. We accept it. And the gentleman who spoke about the nutmeg tree, please call the Ministry of Foreign Affairs they will tell you what it is. As a matter of fact, like I said earlier on, they have put out something on Facebook, but they have put out something explaining the flag and how you use the flag. Now, for example, do you know you cannot take the flag and make clothes? That's wrong. You can't make clothes with a flag. Do you know that when a flag is soiled or get into some discrepant condition, you don't throw it away. It has to be burnt. That's the protocol of the flag, and they explain that. So please, gentlemen, call the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's not Pele saying that. That is what it was. And the other gentleman who spoke a while ago, when the flag was created in 1973, for independence in February 74, they had all this thing done, and they sent out things to teach the schools about the flag. Unfortunately, it fell away. The Grenada flag, the replicas you've seen showing the yellow color, that is not the true color of the flag. Now, a little bit of trivia. You know, some people think the big star in the middle of the flag represents the GULP. Do you know that? Have you ever heard that?
I have never heard it, no.
Yeah. Because if you say the parishes it represents the 6 parishes, the stars on the border represented the 6 parishes on the island Grenada, and people tell you the one in the middle is Piti, Matnik, and Karakou. Some people tell you the big one is Grenville. Then we need the education. I'm trying to get information, but we need it. But I don't know if my partner Nazim, please, if you're listening to me, what you sent me on the flag, please send it to GBN, and please send it to the other radio station.
Thank you, Colin.
Right?
Thank you so much.
Finally, you know there was a school in Grenada singing the national anthem, and they were singing A Spider Build a Van. They sang that for years until a new headmistress went there. Right? They would sing, instead of Aspire, Build, Advance, the children are singing A Spider Build a Van.
Interesting.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate your contribution, sir. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes. You know, Grenadians, we like to concentrate on the innocuous things. Flag, etiquette, we did not make pointy, how much tag, we like to get out of boredom, we like to make confusion out of things that are not important. Independence is coming up. There's a lot of activities. Let us celebrate in safety. Okay, that is what we need to concentrate on. Safety. And that means the accidents. Let's try to limit the accidents, the vehicular accidents. There is a lot of cars on the road driving. All of them have on the Grenada flag, and they're driving fast. Now, the problem is when we are given license, we have a procedure to get license, and we have to make sure the people who are driving with understanding road safety. We need to stop giving out driver's license as a courtesy. You have a standard, you take the written test, and Grenada have a thing. If you take the written test 10 times and you fail, then the 11th time they give you a pass. If you take the sticks test 15 times and you fail, then afterwards they just give you a pass. And if you take the driven test so many times and you fail, you get a courtesy pass. We need to stop giving courtesy pass because of the amount of times that you fail. If you fail,
but Kola, is that accurate? Is it accurate to say if you fail 15 times? Is that accurate? Or are you just giving a vague figure?
I don't know what the amount is. I do not know what the amount is. We could call the traffic department. It is well established that after many failures, you get a pass of all the 3 components of the driver's license test. If you fail so much times, they pass you on the written just because you do so much time. They say, okay, you just can't do this. This is a well-established past practice in the practice department. requirements. You getting caught up on whether it's 15, 12, or 5 or 4. Whatever the amount is, after so many failures, you are just given a complimentary pass. We cannot do this with our driver's license. If you are not, keep it strict and stringent. If you are not able to pass by merit either one of these parts of the driver's license test, do not give it away because you passed so many times, because you have failed so many times, you attempted so many times. So you know what, you came 5 times, and people do that. They say, well, I ain't passed it, but I hope they just let me on. And when we let people on, when we lower the standards and we give them a pass because they failed so many times out of sympathy, we are putting drivers on the road who did not deserve and or understand. They can't, either whether they can't read properly, so they're not able to pass the written test, they don't have the competence to get through the 6, or they just can't put it together to get through on the road test. Do not pass these people through, because you are endangering lives, endangering others, and causing it is congestion on the road. If you did not pass by merit either one of the 3 tests, do not complimentary let them pass.
All right, caller, thank you.
Not okay.
Thank you so much, caller.
That is not for the safety of, and so we have to be so careful when we're on the road, because a lot of the drivers don't really deserve and have the driver's license by merit.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Thank you so much. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning, you're live.
Morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I leave Grenada too long. I find we too critical. So now, every country has got the original flag standard. Yes, it's true. But all countries, when you have mass celebration, you get replica. You get watered down version. And it's not only isolated to Grenada. Every place in the world do that. You will get watered down versions of a flag. It's like singing a song and a man do a cover of a song. If we're so concerned about the flag, I don't see Americans wrapping themselves around the flag, even when they stormed the Congress in the first Donald Trump presidency. You had Americans with the flag. People do strange things with flag. We know it's not according to the rules of the land or the standard. We do it. We are not the only isolated case. In terms of we concern about so many things. When you look at intercal sports in Grenada, it is not based on Olympic standard. It's an apartheid thing to suit schools that could bring in the most male or female students. So you don't get athlete prize for coming 4th and 5th, only in Grenada. I don't hear nobody talking about that. Because based on the schools they go, they like it. Then you have other things again in Grenada we just do. Nobody talk about local government. It's on our constitution. Some people go say it's too expensive. We always complaining about things sometimes that doesn't make sense to me. We know what the Grenada flag is. We know its gold is not yellow. But it costs to get gold when you have mass celebration. So I don't know, man. Sometimes we...
All right, man. Caller, of course, have a good day. Thank you so much. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yeah, caller, good morning. That caller is not aware, because all sports that is run, that is take place around the world, is operated under the World Athletics rules. There's rules that are standard throughout the world.
Yeah.
So what he said about the Olympics there, I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Secondly, all this argument, GBN, I'd like to refer the persons who are talking about the colors of the flag and what have you to check Act number 17 of 1999, which was revised on July 23rd, 1999. And that tells you about national emblems, national anthem of Grenada, Regulation Act. And we tell you everything about the flag and who has to give permission to put things on a T-shirt. And if you're surprised to know, that's only the Prime Minister that have the right to give anybody to reproduce a quote coat of arms and the Jubilee flag on anything here, and there's a charge for that also too. Just my little 2 pence. Have a nice day, GT.
Thank you, sir. Have a good morning. Appreciate your contribution. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hello?
Caller, you're live. Good morning. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning, and you're live.
Morning. How are you?
Doing great. How are you this morning?
I'm okay. I mean, this lady that made this comment about drivers going and drive and getting license and the color of the flag is not important. Mr. Host, you have to be careful with this thing, because GBN could be sued or whatever it is. I don't know what you have, safety thing you have. But you can't make this allegation and saying that people getting license after they don't do 7 and 8 times or whatever the case may be. These people can be making this allegation. You have to make sure that you put these people in their place because GBN could be sued, and the color of our flag is very important. It's high time that we educate people properly and let them know the true colors of the flag. Even me now, at the age of 60, I'm confused. I'm confused about the color of the flag. So somebody had to come and educate us. And let us stop being in a situation as though, well, everybody know everything. Somebody had to tell us what is the true color of the flag. And Mr. Host, you got to be careful with these people are making this allegation about people getting license after a certain period of time. So take care of yourself, my brother.
All right, sir. Thank you. Have a good morning. Caller Live. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, GT.
Good morning to you.
Yes, to the nation. This is Auntie Jojo, and I have had the pleasure of sitting with Miss Gloria Payne Banfield and Dr. Angus Martin in an outside broadcast for Independence. And I remember Mrs. Payne Banfield explaining the original color was gold, but because it's a metallic paint, it is very expensive to reproduce. So maybe through the years now, it changed to yellow, the closest to gold. But the thing now is, when I listen to the confusion, the thing is, we are making school children look at yellow and say gold. Yeah, if there was an official change, no problem in change. But change it from the beginning, go through the right channels and so, because she explained that it is not easy to change things, the national emblems. There's a college, heraldry college, responsible for all these things. So because we are computer literate now, we should not just sit here and drop out the ramier and put a dove and say that is the coat of arms. We may find that may come back to haunt us. So I am on the side of the people that's saying let's get it right once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you also. Have a good morning. I appreciate your contribution. Folks, we do for a break which will be our final break for the morning. When we come back, we get into the final segment of today's program. When we come back after the break. Stay with us. Don't touch it down.
Served Grenada for decades.
On Sunday, February 9th, the St. Paul's Community Center will come alive with the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza. It's an explosion of food, craft, exhibition, and art display with performances by Solid the Band, Tamara Songbird St. Bernard, Dash, Lion Pride Percussions, Japs, Jab King, Lisa McDonald, Sakina and the Alpha One Band, Conception Dance Theater, Core Bank Comancheros, and more. All the action starts from 12 noon. It's the St. Paul's Independence Extravaganza, a production of the St. Paul Sports, Cultural and Development Organization and powered by Judah Sound System.
Come and see for yourself. Come behold what we sell. What a country and tell.
Get ready to celebrate Grenada's independence with style and pride. It's Grenada at 51 with Minister Andy Williams and the St. George's Baptist Church. The Pure Grenada Independence Concert.
Grenada, you're nice.
Saturday, February 8th at the Monrouge Playing Field from 6 p.m. Featuring an incredible lineup of talent. Enjoy performances from the legendary Adjamo, Randy Isaac, Sour Serpent, Rootsman Kelly, Valley Ned, and Young Song. Plus the amazing Sabrina Francis, Laura Lisa, Lion Pride Dancers, and playwright Francis Urias Peters, all backed by the KOS Band.
And the best part,
this concert is absolutely free. So gather your friends and family and come celebrate Grenada's 51st anniversary of independence with pride. Let's make this a night to remember.
Love Fest, who single, who taken, who looking, we want to know. And we're going to find out. February 15th is all about Love Fest. Quarantine Point is the place to be. Boys here alongside the Bad Squad Band going to be live and in living colors, up close, personal, and very intimate. So make sure and get your tickets right now. It's only $100, but if you're coming in couples, it's $180. So make sure and get our tickets right now. Ladies, it's all about you, right? But you don't want everybody to come out. Single people, married people, everybody couple up. Just come out, man. We're going to have a good time, right? Love Fest is a place to be.
Welcome back once again to our listeners. Welcome back to the viewers of Classic Radio and GBN TV. It's to the point. Folks, we're into the final segment of the show. This morning, just about roughly 6 minutes or so left on today's program. Let's take our next caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Every one of us want to use words what we should never use. For example, I have said it already, and I'm saying it again. We talked about the amount of men, the amount of stores, the amount of houses. We should never use the word amount for houses, neither stove, neither this or that. We should use the word number. And yet, for all, we're talking about the color, the flag, and the this and that. So we have a kind of thing to correct ourselves in. And this is why a lot of us may never like me. Because I'm trying to, as I would say, educate us. Even I myself need some form of education too. And we're finding it with people who are not being reasonably educated, trying to educate people who are educated. It's time that we know how to use the word amount and number.
All right,
and
sir.
Don't mix it up and we come in and talk about flag, the color of the flag, and this and that. It's a good thing to have the right perspective of what you are talking about. You must know, underline the word know.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. Still going to accommodate a couple more of your calls before we get to the top of the hour this morning. Let's go back to the phone line and say good morning to the caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Caller, good morning. You're live. Guess that caller is not ready for us. 435-2041. That's the number if you want to go live this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
One of your callers seemed to be interested in suppressing speech by making GBN afraid to let callers give opinions talking about a lawsuit. There is a known disclaimers on your website and all over. Most programs like you that the views expressed are not the opinions of GBN. So you don't have to suppress and cut off people unless they're being rude and unless they're engaging in slander. And it is a well-established fact with the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Many people will tell you that they have been issued passes after many failed attempts to pass one, all, or all three of the tests of the driver's license. This is not hearsay. This is a well-established fact. So just because people are not aware of it and you're hearing it for the first time, don't discard the information. This happens in the traffic department.
Okay, caller. Thank you. Of course, well, you did mention it already in your first statement. Caller, you always want to get into an argument, caller. Come on, this is not the time and place for that, all right? You seem never once to listen to when someone says something to you and always want to get into an argument. Come on, let's move beyond that. Caller, your life. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
All right. I'm calling with a concern. We're talking about flag, and I have a concern. We're talking about the traffickers, St. George. As you are aware, GBN was there sometime last week. And I think the traffickers treating, not so nice. And I remember the people that are in authority would come and say, oh, they don't need the traffic cars because they have the barrels and stuff. And I think that is unfair to them. Because if we celebrate in Independence Day, that's a form of being independent. And if people trying to own the dollar, I don't think people should kind of deprive them from that, you know? And it don't look too good. And secondly, I don't know if the people in authority could understand and who is in authority. I think the people of Black Bay need a little assistance. That is by the Anglican Church going inside. I think the people have to carry the garbage up a hill, and the garbage truck is not serving them.
Okay.
I think that is unfair to carry the garbage going uphill and put it in one spot where everywhere else. I remember you have a hill in the St. Paul's they call Holder Hill, and the it's a very, very steep hill, and the garbage going up and collect. And I think the people down there need that head desperately. I think they need the garbage truck to pass and collect the garbage and kind of ease them up from the, you know, the frustration and everything like that.
Okay.
You know?
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your contribution. Hey, folks, it's 10 a.m. is where we're going to take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. I want to thank all who called in and, of course, made their contribution this morning. Certainly do appreciate it a whole lot. And certainly best wishes goes out to everyone for the rest of the day. Join me again tomorrow for another edition of To The Point. Until then, folks, have a good one. That's where we say goodbye. Have a good one.